so nice to do a
Yeah, I
podcast.
love
You have time to like develop the conversation. Like I feel like in our industry, like social media, especially on TikTok, it's so fast paced and it's so direct to the point sometimes. Like even on yours, we'll talk about it in a second. You're very good at telling a story through your short TikToks, but on a podcast, you really have time to actually dive deep into a subject that you wouldn't have the opportunity. Like it's just that's gone. The capability, I feel like it's been lost, and that's why I feel like podcasts, the art form. I don't know if it's a bloody art or not, but it feels it's nice to listen to. No, but I'm about like podcasting itself. Like you know what I mean?
We are the Mona Lisa of podcasts.
We need to be dead to make money. Then I don't want to do that.
But you are the topic. Actually, you are the option today. Well, I'll take it back to the start. Like to tell us, because you've literally you started TikTok throughout lockdown and everything. But there's so many.
Morgan's gone
avenues.
0 to hero.
Morgan has gone 0 to hero. He really has. But before TikTok, before lockdown, before all of that, what were you like? Tell us.
What were you
was
like?
the young
what was
Morgan?
I like?
Yeah. What did you want? What were your ambitions? Where did you want to take yourself? Your career? You know, what did you have in your business mind?
Yeah, so I think for me, music was always the thing I was kind of drawn to. So when I was at school, I was learning to like play the guitar.
I do have to say, I've listened to some of your songs. They are great.
Oh
they are fantastic, I will say.
So kind of started doing guitar lessons at school, and then I was really into like musical theatre. So my school put on a production of Billy Elliot, which I auditioned for and got on the ensemble. I was like,
Well, I mean,
I know, yeah. And they gave me like a solo like singing role in the show, and I'd never done singing like properly like that before, so I was a little bit nervous. It kind of got to Mr. Reeve was on the piano like playing it, and
big out Mr. Reeve.
yeah, big out Mr. Reeve. I did my solo singing, and I just really enjoyed like projecting my voice and just
Could you sing straight away? Could you sing? Did you always have like a little bit of like a natural talent for
I think at the time I was probably like, I'm okay, but looking
You could
back,
definitely hold a note.
okay, hold a note.
Yeah, but you know when some people think they can and they really can't. You know, we've all watched X Factor. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, but I know I can't hold a note.
I reckon you could.
Everybody says that.
Just because he's pretty don't mean he can sing. I'll tell you that.
There we go.
Come
That's
baby
holding it
lollipop.
But yeah, singing was like when we first spoke, like singing was your passion and kind of really putting some time and effort into, because you write your songs as well, don't you? Which I appreciate more than anything, like the writing side.
So I was kind of did the singing in that show, and then because I played guitar as well and sung, and my parents used to take me to Sidmouth Folk Festival when I was younger, and we used to see all the like buskers and street performers, and I was always in awe of it. And yeah, I just wanted to give it a go, so started singing and playing guitar, then started busking on the street. So I'd just go out in Brighton, set up my equipment, and just sing and hope I entertained and people put a penny in the case.
I was gonna say sometimes I've never done like busking on the streets, so I've seen it, but I don't actually know what it's like doing it behind that side of it. Really, I mean, is there some days that you get no money whatsoever?
Yeah, 100%.
There's just some days where you're like, wow, I mean, that was fantastic.
So especially at the start, like because I used to just do it with just me and a guitar, like no amplification, no
hat down.
Yeah, no, literally, like
what did you use, a hat or a cup?
I have just had my guitar case out, and I'd sing like the Arthur the Aardvark theme tune, and like anything that like people walking past would stop and be like, oh, that's interesting, and then listen. So it was nerve wracking. I think especially when it's like, you set up next to like some shop, everyone's walking past, you're like, oh, this feels a bit weird. You start playing the first one, like, oh yeah, like people are gonna like it, and then you kind of just start doing that. But yeah, so that's what I was doing, and then I started doing Vine, because when I was at school, Vine was
for the Vine,
do it for the Vine, back in the day. So I started an account on Vine and just put up some like singing videos. And one of them did really well. I think it was the Shawn Mendes cover, because he was like popping on there at the time. Or maybe it was a cover that he'd done or something like that. But it went to like global trending on Vine in the UK.
Cow. Congrats, man.
Holy cow. Which
I have to remember him on a podcast, don't you?
but yeah, and like I was at school as well, so like everyone, because Vine was like the
So you're
thing
doing
at the
it
time.
just to have fun, to show your friends what you're doing. It wasn't really like, you were kind of thinking back of your head a little bit, maybe I want to make this a career, but you were just like, actually, this is cool. I'm enjoying it.
I just really enjoyed like singing it and playing. But yeah, and it was nuts. Like people in the corridor would be like, oh, I saw you on Vine, like, on the like, it was nuts. And then
The
Mr.
following popular then after
yeah,
that.
it was nuts. And then like a couple of weeks later, I was busking in Brighton, and I was singing, and then I look up, and Alfie Days is leaning against this tree, like just look like with his camera filming me, and I like he was the biggest like YouTuber at the time. Obviously, being in Brighton as well, like you hear stories of people that have like met Alfie and Zoe and all of this, and I was there, saw Alfie, I was singing. I just was like, ooh, like started like fangirling. And then in Brighton they had.
Did you run after him?
No, just you wait. So they had.
Yeah. And this is why he has a restraining order now.
But they had these like I don't know. They were kind of like noise pollution police in Brighton. So if a busker was too loud, a shop could call up and they'd just come and
remove
turn
you
down or remove you. Yeah. So depending on if the shopkeeper liked you being there, but just wanted you to turn down, they could basically tell them what to do. Then they come.
So
and
you know if you're a good busker or not because you've either been moved on or they're like, actually, he's not too bad.
Yeah. But I was literally saw Alfie and I was like fangirl. Then saw he was recording me and I was like, oh gosh, I need to like play well here. And then as I look, there's these two noise pollution police coming straight to me, and they stopped me and they're like, oh, really sorry, can you turn down? And I was like, oh yeah. So I was doing that and I was like, I thought Alfie would have gone. I look up, he's still there. So I was just like, right, well, what's the, and La 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 by Sam Smith was like #1 at the time. So just started playing that, did it. Alfie put some money in my case, went to go. But I obviously wanted to say hello. So in the microphone to the whole street, I was just like, Alfie. He turned around. Yeah, I was just like, Alfie. He turned around and he was like, oh, you're right, mate. And I was like, yeah. And then we were chatting. And then he was just like, are you on like social media? And in my head, I was like, oh,
I think we should explain this to people that listen. Like Alfie, how many millions of followers has he got? 6, 7, like
millions. Yeah, he
and
was
Zoe's got like the same.
10, I think it's 10 million on Instagram or something.
It's gone up now. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're big in that
industry.
100%. Massive.
Yeah, so this is my moment to shine.
Yeah, and I was like, and then we spoke, and then he was just like, what's your Twitter? I was like, oh, Morgan M. James, like, da, da, da. He walked off, and that was it. And I was like, will this be a thing? Like, is anything going to come of this? And then I think 2 days later, I was at Thorpe Park on a school trip. So I was in year 11 at this point. And I had my iPod Touch, and we gone around Thorpe Park. Obviously, you can't have Wi-Fi for the iPod Touch, so I couldn't get on the internet. And my normal phone, I didn't have like 4G or anything. And then having a great time. And he posted this vlog like whilst I was at the theme park, and then got on the coach, connected to the Wi-Fi, and my iPod Touch is just going crazy on Twitter. And he posted the video, and he'd like clickbaited it out, saying something like "getting married." Like da 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 da. So all these people watching the vlog, seeing my Twitter, searching my name, and it was nuts. I think I gained like 7,000 followers overnight on Twitter. Yeah, all because of Alfie Days. And I was kind of like, I was like, this is insane. Like, yeah.
Is that sort of what actually gave you? Because man, that's a lot of followers to gain. Like when you've come from like 0 followers or however many. Like I remember I actually got a load of followers.
Can you guys?
I got a load of followers.
Morgan says 7,000, and you.
No, I got a load of followers when I got beaten up.
Before
I was famous or anything.
I was going to say love one.
No, before that. I remember getting my first like
sympathy
10,000. Yeah, it was sympathy follows. I was lucky because AJ he obviously has a big following. So, but we got jumped at Christmas one time. But
no way.
Got the story short and everything. I got my first like 10,000 followers from that.
I
remember it.
Being in
the front page of the
Sun in hospital.
And I remember like that. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, my first, I'm becoming famous. You know, on TikTok, on like Instagram and stuff. And I was saying, was that sort of like? Did you sort of feel like, wow? I'm starting to now. Let's do something with social media. I can become something with social media now.
That was very. And it was that thing of like, because I hadn't had like the Vine thing had been really cool, and like that one video had done really well, but there wasn't like a audience there. It was kind of just like seeing the video. Yeah, exactly. And then when this on Twitter, because also his fans were so. Do you know what I mean? Like, so like so passionate, like so passionate, and they were all tweeting me like, can you start a YouTube channel? Da, 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 da. And I tweeted the picture of me and Alfie, and I was like, thank you so much. And it was just like all the replies and people making like edits from fan accounts. I've been in this video for like 10 seconds. And it was crazy. But then from there, started a YouTube channel. Started uploading covers. So like whenever a new song would come out, I try and cover it as quick as I could, because then it would come higher in like YouTube search rankings. And so I'd be covering like One Direction songs, like all the boys went solo. I think I did all their first like solo singles, everything like that.
Best cover song that you've done for you? What do you feel it was?
It's a great question. I'm not sure. I I did like a mashup of this Charlie's Angel. It was the soundtrack from Charlie's Angel.
Okay.
And we filmed it in this abandoned car park in Brighton, which was really fun.
Good,
yeah. That was really fun. So that's probably one of my
how much time you're saying this is a lot of time. How much time were you putting into this, like after school, during school, like?
Yeah, so
it was a full-time job.
Yeah, so I'd finished by the time I was kind of doing the YouTube. I kind of got to college, so I was in college. I think like 4 days a week at sixth form. So yeah, just any time I could, and as soon as a new song would come out, I'd just get home, race, like try and cover it as soon as possible. So it was just very much like everything
stuck in the rat race.
Yeah, a new song comes out, like they've been singing, they've probably sang the song 1,000 times before recording that song and stuff, and it's probably taken a set amount of time, so they've nailed it and got it perfect. The actual singers. How long would it take you to actually do it? Would you have like one evening, got to practice it 10 times, and I've got to record?
Yeah, so I'd kind of
literally be that.
Yeah, you kind of just listen to it over and over again. You could usually kind of pick out the chord progression, because a lot of songs obviously are similar with the same progression,
same patterns and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of work it out and then just have the lyrics off screen and like I hope no one notices and
the eyes just drop down every.
Just do it a couple over and over again until you get it. But yeah, so that was kind of how the YouTube started. And then in terms of like where TikTok kind of came in, my friend George lives on this bus, so he bought like a old school library bus from the Isle of Man, and he turned it into like a music studio in a home. So yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, really cool. So he lives on that, and then he has the mirrored windows where you can look out, but people can't look in.
Okay, that's cool.
And he parked up on Brighton Beach, filmed these people like doing their hair in the mirror, put it on TikTok, which was this. I think it just changed from Musical.ly to TikTok, and posted it, and it got 1 million views in a couple of days. And he was like, Morgan, like, check this out. And I was like, what?
It's such a unique world in TikTok, the things that can blow up.
100%. And I was spending hours trying to read the lyrics, like doing this.
He just snaps it.
Yeah, and I was like, that's crazy. So basically George, my friend George Holiday, made me download TikTok, started posting up some of my covers and stuff, and slowly got into it, and kind of went off from there. Yeah.
But at what point did you think started going from covers to really being like, actually, no, I want to try and make a business out of this. I want to write my own song. I want to kind of move forward in that aspect.
Yeah. So it was a really interesting one, because I'd finished college by this point, and I was working as a videographer, doing a lot of like freelance stuff and like editing for like YouTubers and editing for like commercial clients and stuff like that. So I was kind of doing that as my job, and then the YouTube and the TikTok was just all kind of like doing it for fun. Like I loved creating, and I think the more I was posting on TikTok, the more of a sort of not fan base, but like the more of like a community you were kind of building, and you noticed
fan base. Fan base, man. You have people that support you and love watching what you do.
Your content, your content's so good that like even if you have a fan base, like some of the stuff we'll talk about in a second, like it's just good. Like I'd show it to mum. I'd be like, oh look, this is a cool video. Like because you do a storyline. You don't just. You actually put a lot of time and thought into like, say a brand comes to you and says, hey, we want to sell this, whatever this is. Like you don't just go, okay, here's this, and it's really good because it does this. You actually make a whole storyline. It's entertaining to watch it, and they're like, oh damn it, it was a branded video, but they're like, it's still fun to watch. Like, I still want to watch it again.
I think one of the new, I did just watch on the way here. One of the newer ones that you've posted, Snickers. Other brands are available. Snickers one. You're literally playing a guitar thing in the toilet. Aren't you, in the bathroom? I had no idea where this video was going, but I was captivated by it. Then all of a sudden, you open the freezer and grab an ice cream out, like a Snickers bar out. This is great. I love it.
Oh yeah, that was such because I think that's the like with the TikTok content as well. I was sort of seeing all this like the dance trends and stuff, which wasn't really me. But then I think because I came from like a editing for other YouTubers background, and kind of I loved like YouTubers like Casey Neistat and people that told like full stories. So I think my TikTok content evolved into that, and where it is now, where it's I don't know. I just want to try and tell a story and just be as creative as possible with it. But yeah, the Snickers one was wicked because it was for the Snickers ice cream, this campaign. And it was just like, you can just kind of, creative freedom basically was just given. And had this
because like some brands, like for example, now we're on talk about Snickers, hopefully I get sent some Snickers. But did they go like, okay, we want the brief? Because sometimes, as we know, like Curtis, like some briefs and some brands like, I want you to do this, this, and this. You're like, okay, that's not really yours. And then some brands are like, okay, cool, just like, as long as it's entertaining and we sign off on it, then take it away.
Do what you want type thing,
Yeah.
What's it like for you? Is it you get told you've got to do this?
Yeah, not really. I think most of the campaigns I work on are very much.
They
they're
book
kind
you
of-
because they know they're going to get a good
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's going, but he could be on the toilet, maybe playing the guitar or in the street on his piano.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. But no, it's just I think when working with like brand, and that was the thing as well. The first ever brand I worked with on TikTok, because that was the thing, I didn't know you could make money from it either. Like I was just doing it for fun, and then there is a brand called Squeaky Bean, which is a vegan food company. They're incredible, and they reached out to me, and it was.
Are you vegan?
I'm not. However, I did another
had to
thing.
ask.
Yeah, no.
I was for that meal.
But I did another project with them as well, where I lived in a house in Dorset for a month, and it was like a vegan content creator house. So they took content creators, we became vegan for a whole month, cooked together, like everything, created content. It was amazing. It was so good.
Gotta just say, did you feel better after eating vegan for a month?
100%.
You did?
Yeah. After the first week,
I've never been vegan, so I don't know. I've never done it.
It was amazing, and also I didn't realize how many things you can eat that are like Oreos are vegan.
The alternatives.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's more flavor. I feel like there's more
100%,
thought process into like, it's not just like, okay, I'll just have chicken and veg or whatever. It's like, there's actually like, there's flavor put into it, and there's more, because there isn't so much the usual what your brain tells you you'd want, like, they actually think about it.
He did
100%.
it, yeah.
I did it for like 6 months religiously.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
No, I loved it. Just before you go anywhere, we just want to say thank you very much to listening to Freedom Impact Trust. We love your reviews, so please do leave them because it helps other people find us, doesn't it, Curtis?
Yes, it does. As AJ said, comment, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, share it with the entire world. Let everybody know that this is the podcast that you guys are listening to, and jot down some comments of any financial advice that you want or any questions. We'll be happy to answer all of them at the best of our knowledge. Thanks again for listening, guys. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we love you all.
Yeah, we just want to thank our sponsors, FINT, the financial investment app, where you can invest from as little as £50 a month. Yes, Curtis, £50 a month. So easy.
I like it. And don't forget that it's all within 3 portfolios. Simplicity. It's easy. Get investing, guys.
Have a great day.
See you later.